5 minutes a day, every single day. This is day 722. 722 days, 722 5-minute planks. What do you talk about when you do the same thing for 5 minutes every day? And I only started recording this because I figured it would be an extra layer of accountability. And I figured at some point it would become interesting to someone just through sheer persistence and repetition that I've been planking for 2 years, nearly 2 years, in about a week's time, in about 8 or 9 days time, 10 days time, I've been planking for 2 years, every single day for 5 minutes. It's 5 minutes out of my day, it's 5 minutes out of 24 hours, and it's completely transformed my life. It's remarkable what the power of little and often can do. It's remarkable. It's ridiculous. And it's available to everyone. It's accessible to you right now. Because what you're accessing is your mindset. You're accessing your own belief system. And you get to choose your own belief system, ultimately. Within reason. You certainly get to choose your own beliefs about yourself and your own beliefs about the world. And really, you don't get to choose much else. You get to choose how you think to some degree, but not really. You're not really in control of any thoughts which pop into your mind at any moment. I don't think anyone would say that I choose every thought which comes into my mind. I don't think anyone can say that. Thoughts just appear. We can build thought patterns which serve us and let go of old thought patterns which don't serve us. We can certainly consciously practice certain thought patterns, but we don't control which thoughts come to us. So we can control our thinking to some degree, and the same for feeling. We can to some degree control how we feel, but if we feel a certain way in response to a situation, we don't get to control that. Again, we can learn to acknowledge and understand our own reactive patterns, reactive behavioral patterns, so we can start to understand our own triggers, which result in us feeling a certain way and thinking a certain way. But ultimately, so we can start to pay attention to the situations which trigger certain feelings, and then we can start to understand the trigger. But ultimately, if someone shocks your system, or something shocks your system, you can't control how you feel in that moment. But we can do a lot of work to respond, not react. But ultimately, our control is limited. So we have some control over how we think, some control over how we feel. And then the third element, which we have close to complete control over, is how we act, how we behave. And really, that's where the focus is on mindset coaching, is looking at our behaviors and then understanding them, and understanding the thoughts and the feelings that are leading up to those behaviors, so that we can better understand ourselves, and so that we can assess and choose how we would prefer to respond and prefer to act. That's 5 minutes. Same again tomorrow.